My name is Kristin Olson. I am a Clerkship Coordinator in the Department of OB-GYN. That is taking students in their third year when they actually do sort of try out all the different medical disciplines, and they actually go on site, they do procedures, they learn kind of the hands-on aspect of medicine. I have clinical depression as well as PTSD from a past relationship. And as many times, we're re-triggered by things. I also had a very sort of chaotic childhood with also family members with depression as well as addiction, with alcohol addiction. So what that has made me as an adult is I do talk to my therapist about this, is that it's almost like exercise, is the way that I handle my depression on a day-to-day basis is I have to be very active in it. There is an energy output that really does exhaust me sort of at the end of the day, because again, as you see, I get dressed, I do my hair, I sit at my computer, just here in my living room, and I have to put forth, normalcy. I have to do my job. I have to kind of do all these obligations, and nobody can really, nobody can tell, and also it's a difficult stigma in people knowing, because they think of the person who does stay in bed all day, but you have to be functional. The baseline, of course, is professional help. So I have been, excuse me, off and on in therapy for the better part of 10-15 years. It really wasn't until about a year ago, when my mother passed away of alcoholism, that I was like, this has to be an active part of my life. Is I can't go down that same path. I don't have the addiction gene that she and others in my family do have, but I do have the depression as she did. So first and foremost, it was like an aha moment of, this is a chronic and permanent condition that I have, and professional help and medication has to be a part of my life. So I think if one has the professional help but doesn't take it to heart and still uses old past behaviors, then it won't work. If you don't have professional help and you're like, oh, I'll just handle it myself, at least in my case, that didn't work. I think the biggest thing is that there's something wrong with me. I don't think that's true at all. I think sometimes behavior does come from the mental illness, but it doesn't reflect on my character. Like, you're not a kid anymore, you grew up and you can make your own decisions and blah blah blah. And I think that's really false. I don't know that it's harmful, because you can come out of that. It's not great, but it's false. And I think we're in a really spectacular time, is where you can have your chosen family as well as your given family, and that can be whatever. That can be friendships, it can be work colleagues, it can be neighbors, it can be whomever, because we have to seek that out ourselves and be kind to our what we went through, and go forward as best we all possibly can with the structures that fulfill us.